Hello everyone, it's another edition of Smart Money Moments with ODT. Guess what? In this edition, two generations are going to be talking about money. Okay, so in this edition, I brought in my friend, my Gen Z friend to this edition. Her name is Grace. And I don't know how else to introduce her. She's such an amazing person. Most of the Gen Z things I do, TikTok and co, I learned it from her. So everybody, help me welcome my Gen Z friend, Grace. I call her Gracie. Welcome.
Thank you very much for
Yes,
having
you're
me.
welcome. You're welcome. All right. So there's been an uproar about how Gen Z and Millennials talk about money and how they go about their spending, their finances, and everything. So we want to have a kind of conversation between two generations. So I'm the millennial
Mm-hmm.
and she's the Gen Z.
I feel like the Gen Z are more impatient when it comes to finances. So they are more like fast money, quick money.
No.
Yes, like how to make money sharp. So I feel like Gen Zs are more about financial security more than anything.
Okay, you guys are more pragmatic actually. You're
Yes.
always saying you don't want things the traditional way. You
No.
just want it now, fast.
Now money.
I don't even know I'm speaking for you. Okay, so over to me. For millennials, one thing that was common for us was that in the early 20s there was a lot of financial instability, financial crisis, and it got people, it spurred that generation up to look forward towards financial stability. So for us, when we are talking about finances, we are always tilting towards what we kind of have confidence in, like something that gives us stability. So for the Gen Z, just like she said, financial independence is the goal. Sharp. For me, if anybody do mistake and give me free money now, as I am like this, the places that I'll put my money are places that I'll be at peace. And those are investment like treasury bill, mutual funds. I can even buy land. I can go into palm oil investment. And for me, I'll just do a very tiny bit of stocks. The safety of my money is very, very important to me. So I don't know about you.
For Gen Zs, the risk factor is quite high because, we are not really into financial stability. We're more about, investing on things that will bring in money sharp. Yes, so that's the thing. So, for instance, we can invest in things like forex, freelancing. For example, the one that is even running currently.
Oh my god.
Yes, I've seen quite few examples of people that have complained about that stuff and all that. If you notice, it's Gen Zs that are more into stuff like that. That's why I feel like the risk factor is quite high.
For Gen Z.
Now
let me chip in something. I wanted to chip in something.
Okay.
I've done this in my previous videos on how you can spread out your risk and your finances into percentages. Now, if you have the money, 70% of your funds should go to low risk investments, no matter what. And those low risk investments are the ETFs that I talked about. I talked about mutual funds. I talked about treasury bill. You can even buy palm oil, all those kind of things. Then we have the medium risk. The medium risk are the stocks. You can decide to buy some shares of some companies. Like those times that they were harassing us to buy shares that time. If you had money, you could buy it that time.
Yeah.
Then the remaining 10% should be to high risk investments like these are forex and every other thing. Imagine if the money you put in CBS is just 10% of the money you have. You will not be crying the way some people are crying. But the way it is now, where most people are greedy when it comes to investment. They just want it's big money, they just drop it there. So that's one thing that I really wanted to chip in right there. I needed to chip in that.
Okay, personally, I would not. And the reason is that you see all these organizations, me personally, and I feel like it's like that for Gen Zs.
Yeah.
Like we don't really have that much tolerance.
Yeah.
For especially if your boss is a very yes, and that's boss everywhere right now. In all those organizations, you definitely have one boss somewhere that is very toxic and everything. So me having somebody that is that's that toxic with me, I don't think I can work in that kind of environment.
You be saying how much is the money?
Within 70 to 150, something that I can enter.
TikTok and just do one like
viral content like that and make
before you know it
I'll get verified and I can start making money on TikTok. So I feel like I do not want to be restricted to that kind of environment. I want to be free to make my own financial choices, and be free to do whatever I like and with my own rules. Yes, that's what I personally feel.
But do you know that of recent there's this thing going on around that Gen Zs are unemployable. Unemployable, meaning that you guys are not meeting up to the moral criteria of most companies and everything, and it's been like an uproar because you guys don't even want to work in organization again. Okay, for the millennials, let me say, as a millennial, I would prefer to work somewhere, where I can go, like the 9 to 5. We go 9, then we come back 5 o'clock. It gives you that sense of
safe.
So, some of us don't even mind the amounts we are being paid because some of the things that we get from it is that we learn work ethics. We learn working with other people. We learn patience. And so on like that. For us, you remember the first question, an average millennial is all about stability. And we want something that we are sure that a particular amount is entering.
Like a steady
income. We like playing it safe. That's the right word to use. Now, for me, I like to chip in. One thing I think Gen Z should do concerning this not working with people, I think one of the reasons Gen Zs don't like working under someone is because they don't want to go through the discipline of being trained. And this is what affects them in their own business. When you work with someone, you learn the discipline of waking up early. You wake up early to work. You learn how to work with other people. You learn how to, God help you, you become the leader of a unit. You learn how to lead people. You learn how to make money. You learn profitability. God now help you. You work in a marketing department of a bank like me, where we have targets to meet.
Yes.
So for me, I think I really love the idea of you starting out by working for someone to learn all those things. It's just the patience to learn all those things because you know that you can make that money sharp. But all those other things are not things you can learn sharp, even if you go and read and you get my point.
Yes.
For me, I worked in the bank for 3 years before I left the bank. I worked in the bank. I learned the way everything goes. I learned work ethics, going to work early. I learned working with people.
Yes.
I learned relating to customer. I learned thinking outside the box because me, I was in the marketing department. Now, for me, when we transfer that into our business, Pure of Ink that we're doing now, we're able to dovetail all those energies into profitability for us. Do you understand?
Yes.
So for me, I feel you might have another opinion, but that's just
maybe.
Maybe
I feel like you're actually right. You can actually start off.
Then
working. Maybe as a fresh graduate, you can start off by working in an organization,
learn the ethics,
just to get that ethics and everything. But it needs a lot of patience. Yes, you need to have patience. So that's one thing that Gen Zs
don't have.
No, don't have patience. I'm sorry. Sadly, we do not. May God help us.
Amen.
So my advice for millennials will be that I think you guys should try and be more flexible. Yes, you actually need to adapt to the way things are now, because the way millennials were making money in those days is not the way things are going on right now. Because if we are to look at it, like over 1/3 of millennials in Nigeria are civil servants.
You know, I come to think about it. I was thinking about it of recent that I don't think I know any Gen Z that is civil servant.
I've not seen any. Because most Gen Zs nowadays are resorting to remote jobs.
Yeah,
like tech, freelancing, and stuff.
Because
like
people are running away from 9 to 5. You don't want them to.
So that's why I feel like, you know, and there is money there.
Yeah, yes.
There's actually money. They are making money. So I feel like millennials too should try you know, to be a little bit more flexible and not just, you know, like somebody that wants to become that will just be a civil servant all his life, and eventually when he or she eventually retires now, he can't even start a business.
I think I need to push you there. You know, people have been listening to us since. I want you to drop in the comment section. Just type I agree. Let's know that you are with us. You know, this thing has really been a thing of
because if you check jobs that millennials are into now, if you check 90% of the time they're usually civil servants.
Well, the thing is that we are now tilting. Most of us are tilting. So many people are leaving their jobs and then they are resigning in their jobs to start up something or to pick up new skills
or to learn
new skills. So I know a lot of people that have actually done that. So, and I know of one of my sisters. She started still motion photography. She went to learn it at the age of 43. She learned it for 4 years, and she's doing good now. My advice for the Gen Z people.
Let's hear it.
All right. So for me, I think since you don't have to pay for electricity bill, you don't have children you are sending to school, you should be very grateful to God you are not paying school fees in this Nigeria that we are presently now. You are not paying for feeding. Since you are doing freelancing job, most of you are still under your parents. So for me, this period, I feel you should save and invest more. Preferably get a landed property, because if you are 16 years old or 17 years old and you are making money and you buy the land now, by the time you are ready to settle down, you are presently the land will have appreciated so much. And one investment that you can never go wrong with is if you do your KYC and you do all your findings about the property very well, you can never go wrong investing in landed property. And that about that. Then also I said one of the reasons that Gen Zs are unemployable sorry, is the lack of discipline, leadership, and everything. You know, even if you say, like we mentioned in the other point, even if you say I don't want to work with anybody, when you start your own business, you need it. So you have to be I think you should go and work under someone, learn all those things. Then finally, there's this aura that we carry that I don't need you. I can block you. You talk too much, you talk too much, I block you. You do that. Yes, you even stop us from seeing your status. Gen Z, did I lie? You stop us from seeing your. So what I'm trying to say now is that one thing that helped millennials is social currency. You have a lot of people around you.
Yes.
And then if you are saying I don't need you, you need to tolerate people more. Because whatever you think you are building, you need people to build it. And no man is an island. You know that. Even if you want to build a tech home, you want to build one way or the other, you need people to chip in one thing or the other. And having people currency is more important than having money currency. I think I need to repeat that.
Sure?
Having people currency is more important than having money currency.
Are you sure?
Yes. Those are my own advice for the Gen Z. And
I think I've learned a lot.
Yes. If you've learned a lot, what will you tell them to do? What should they type in the comment section?
Okay, if you know that you've learned one or two from this conversation that we have, type yes in the comment section.
All right, thank you so much, Grace. Let's have our okay.
Give me a high five.
All right, so my Gen Z friend, I'm very grateful. Thank you for coming on this show. I look forward to see you in the next edition. Please, if you have not subscribed to this channel by
please
now,
subscribe.
With all these goodies we are giving you, please go down, subscribe, like, comment, and share this video. Thank you so much. So we've come to the end of this edition of Smart Money Moments. But before we end this, there's one secret I need to let you know.
Okay.
There's something we do among ourselves millennials. It's just like a joke. What are Gen Z and Millennials? So let me translate it for those of you that don't understand English. Meaning, what are the Gen Zs up to now? Meaning, we secretly copy all these things that we do. Yeah, so that thing that you taught me on TikTok is the way I started playing it on my. You need to see me on the TikTok. So please, what is new with you guys? Let me know. So that
teach you
like a new slang that you do now.
Okay. There's one on TikTok. There's one slang now that is written on TikTok. Be like "suckwe purr."
I remember that one. Suckwe purr. Okay. So what does that mean? Suckwe. So I'll just be going and say suckwe purr.
No. Like it's like a slang. Like probably want to take a selfie or something.
Okay.
You get me in all those TikTok viral videos. You just check the comment section. Just say suckwe purr.
I tell you, the Gen Z are just a wonderful generation. I love them so much. In fact, in as much as so many people don't like your generation, don't let me tell you. But then I'm a fan of your generation.
Oh yeah, suckwe purr.
Suckwe purr. Alright, thank you for joining this edition. See you in the next video. Let's go then, please.